Okay, hey everyone. So this video is about how to use this DJI gimbal. So this is what it looks like in the case. I'm going to take it out of the case. This can be a little complicated and possibly frustrating. I'm used to using stuff like this and it was still a hassle to start up, but don't let that stop you from trying, because now I know how to use it. Now it's easy. Okay, so this is a gimbal. This is a handheld. So how this works is that you hold it like this and you click record, and then this thing has a camera on it that'll just film. So it's for walkthroughs basically. So you can film a house while you're walking through it. It works with your phone, so you need to connect a phone to it, and this is what this thing is for. So when it's in the box, it's like this. This comes down and tilts toward you, so you want these things to be tilted toward you. These things open up, and you gotta also twist them, tilt them, so that the pad, so it's like plastic here and metal on the back, so that the plastic is on the inside, and basically your phone then fits in it. It stretches here, so your corners of your phone fit in there, and then it just fits in there, so you'll be able to see what you're filming. Okay, so first step before even getting this out the box is you go to your app store and download. I have Android, so I have a Play Store. So I go to Play Store and you download this app. The name is DJI Go for products before P4. This is the first Osmo. So Osmo is the name of this device, OSMO, and it's just Osmo. It's not Osmo Plus, it's not Osmo 2, it's not Osmo Mobile, it's Osmo. So I downloaded the app already, so you open the app, and DJI is going to ask you to create an account. So you'll create an account with DJI, and then you'll get to this screen here, which you'll be able to swipe left and right to find the device you're looking for. So you want to look for Osmo, and then you're going to click down here and go down to the very bottom and tap on Osmo, which is what this device is, and then you click on camera. First we'll turn this on. So I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, so how this works is this is currently locked, and if you can see over here, there's padlock symbols, lock symbols, locked, unlocked, locked, unlocked, and then it's locked. If I were you, I wouldn't mess with this one. You see this one, it's the circle, basically it's connecting the camera to the handle, and I wouldn't take that off, because if you do, then this thing comes off, which you want to be able to take it off, but not if you're using it for filming. It's for fixing if you want to take it off. So I would leave that locked, especially if you're not holding the camera while you unlock that. It could fall and break the camera. So don't unlock this one. But there are 3 places you can unlock, and one of them is here. Can be a bit complicated until you understand, because there's a lot of moving parts. But there's 3 locks, 1, 2, 3, and they're all different axes. So you see that one is unlocked like that. Okay, so it can swivel around like this, no problems. And then this one, and all you do, so this one's like a button, so that's locked, doesn't turn, unlock, and then if you want to lock it again, you turn it down and then you bring it back to where it starts, and then that's locked. This one is, you just tilt it, you follow the arrow, and you just tilt it that way really easily. And then I would do this one first actually. So tilt that camera that way, and then tilt this one down and unlock that. So that makes all 3 axes move around freely. Okay, this over here is a mini SD card. So this is what you're gonna use to collect your data. So you're gonna have to pull that out, and then it just clips in like that. When you pull it out, you need to put it into your computer. If you don't have a mini, that's called a micro SD card. If you don't have a micro SD card port on your computer, then I believe Trina bought one for the office, so maybe ask her where it is. I've been looking around the office to just show you what it looks like, but I cannot find it. So just ask Trina to see where it is. And if we don't have one, then we could just ask Bill to just order one. Okay, so that's how you get your data off the camera, is through this little mini card, micro SD card. Okay, so now that the camera is the gimbal, this is called a gimbal. The gimbal is unlocked and the camera is free to move around. We're gonna turn it on. To turn it on, so when you're holding it with your hand, it's the turn on button is accessed by your thumb, and it's on the right hand side. So you just flick that down and then it turns on. You see it starts to move automatically. Make sure you don't obstruct it. It's very sensitive and can break really easily, so don't hold it from here while it's turning on and moving, because it could break the, I think it's called a gyroscope, which is what turns that. Okay, so the idea is that it remains steady. If you're moving, then the camera moves with it, and it keeps a steady shot to give more, cinematic videoing. Okay, so there are 4 buttons on here. One is the on button. This one with the red dot here is the record button. This one, that takes a picture. You hear that? It takes a picture. And this is a joystick. It's a toggle joystick, can go 360, can go up and down. So that's how you control the camera. I don't know if you can see, but the camera is moving when I move that. So if you want to get a shot, for example, you stand in the corner and you tilt it. Yeah, so you stand in the corner of a room and you tilt it and you get a video of the whole room. Okay, so the next step would be to connect these two together, and they connect through Wi-Fi. So what you want to do is you want to go to your Wi-Fi settings on your phone as if you are connecting to a new network, and if this is turned on, then you'll see in your Wi-Fi list, you'll see the word Osmo and a couple of numbers. So Osmo is the name of this device. So you click on Osmo, and it says, when it connects, it says connected without internet. That's because it's using a Wi-Fi connection to connect together, but this thing is not providing internet to your phone, which is what a wireless Wi-Fi router does. So we're connected, and then you're gonna go back to the app, and then click on Osmo and click on camera, and it connects. So now I can see what the camera sees on my phone, and I can also make it go up and down from this joystick over here, left and right. So just a little advice or a tip is, if you stand in a corner and point the thing, level, you want it to be level. You don't want to be pointing up or pointing down. You want it to be chest high, depending on the height of the ceiling. So you want it to be like in the middle, nearly in the middle, more toward the floor than the ceiling. But if it's like a really high ceiling room, I would hold it face high. If it's a normal size room, I would hold it chest high. Make sure you're not tilting it up and down, and hold it, move to the left. And then I'm not in the corner of the room here, so I can't show you, but you'll get the idea. And then you just as slow as you can, kind of tilt it, hold it steady and tilt. And obviously I'm not recording right now, but to record you just click record, stand in the corner of the room and move it like that. So then you'll have that video. Yeah, and you can also walk around the house showing each room. You can talk because it's also recording sound, I believe. And then when you're done, you click on video again. And then to see it on the left hand side, bottom left hand side of the app, you can click and you can see what you've recorded to see if it was good enough. If it's not good enough, you can go and just do it again. Okay, no need to see that footage. There's a lot of settings on the app which I'm not going to go into. It can get super complicated, but that's how you use it. If you want to take a picture with it, you stand in the corner of the room or whatever you want to take a picture of. If the gimbal is, you know, tilted down, I would then tilt it up so it's level. The reason being is if when you tilt up, all the corners are going upward, and if you tilt down, all the corners are going downward. You want it to be just level so all the lines are straight. And then when you're happy with what you have, let's say I want to turn this way a little bit, you can take a picture like that, and then it'll take a picture. So it's a really useful tool. It takes some time getting used to, especially when you're moving around trying to get a cool shot, because you know it's moving automatically and you have to move around while turning and stuff. So it takes a little bit of practice, but it's a really good tool to get real estate video with. Okay, one more thing before we go: how to shut it down and how to charge the battery. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the phone away and close the app, lock my phone. I'm going to turn it off by holding this down. That usually you can access it by your thumb, using your thumb. I want to lock this one first. So first we unlock this one, this one, this one, and then I'm going to lock, lock, lock. So remember, don't unlock this thing because the camera will fall off. So you just put that down to lock it, and then tilt this up to lock it, you know, follow the arrows, and then look at this one, follow the arrows, tilt it that way to lock. Okay, I'll put the cover back on, keep the lens safe. I would, every single time I take video or photos, I always wipe the lens. Ideally you use a microfiber towel, one of those that people use for glasses. So if you have one, use that. If you don't, you can use your top or your shirt, but just be very careful to not press too much because the fibers might scratch the lens. If you have a microfiber towel, that's the best. These bend in, this one bends in, this one tilts up, and then it's back into resting position. To charge the battery, you open this up, pull this out. This is the charger here, goes in. That's really weird. It's not plugged in and the green light turned on. That's pretty cool. So that's how you use that. And then I guess it just unplugs the same way. You take it out. Yeah, so it goes in. You see the pins there, it just goes in and then presses down, and then you just tilt it up from the back the same way you put it in, but opposite. And then you charge the battery, and then you can just put it back in when it's charged. Please, if you use it, then charge it to full before putting it back in, and then you have to just lock it. Okay, you can put this on when you're using it, so if it falls out of your hand, then you know for safety. And then when you're done using it, put it back in this thing and bring it back to the office so the next person can use it. Okay, hope that tutorial was super helpful and that now you know how to use it. Thank you for listening.